All right. Today is Sunday, 4/11. Second quarter. I'm a big component about moving in 90-day increments. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. I want to definitely shoot the person a text, let them know that you did make it on if you don't see them on here. But let them know that you are thankful to actually get this information, because today we're going to talk about having a financial makeover. Anybody in the room ready to do something different with their money? Make more, save more, grow some money, make it work for you. Okay, cool. You guys are definitely at the right place at the right time. But before we dive into that, I just feel like anytime we're talking about business, definitely and or money, you need to know a little bit about the person who actually is sharing the information with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blessed to be executive senior director with a company we partner with. We're going to tell you guys about in just a second. But just like anybody else, I grew up on that traditional way of thinking. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, graduate, that part, and get that quote unquote great job. Has anybody on the line ever heard that? Give me a thumbs up. Tell me, yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And definitely, you guys, Zoom got real wealthy over the last few months. You guys can utilize these emojis down here, because as you guys know, most people were at home last year. Anybody know some people who got laid off?
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who still looking for jobs, still trying to figure out how to pay debt. So Zoom earned a lot of money. They earned more money than all of the airlines combined last year. But with that traditional way of thinking, no matter where you guys are from, you guys heard that same way of thinking. I was on a championship swim team in high school. I went to Dr. Martin Luther King High School here in Atlanta, Georgia, on the east side, actually in Latonia, Georgia. I was the first snare drum player. I am a percussionist. I was first snare drum player at my high school. I furthered my education to Florida A&M University, home of the Rattlers. I was a freshman section leader in the Marching 100. I was a choreographer with our dance group. I had a whole lot of fun. Anybody ever went to college and had a whole lot of fun? Or know some friends who did, like, dang, I should have went, right? I had a whole lot of fun, but my experience was a little, I don't even know if it's a word gooder than fun, because I got the opportunity to be able to do 2 Super Bowl performances. I did one on with Prince. I did an inauguration parade with Barack Obama in 2008. 2009, I did America's Best Dance Crew. My dance crew got second place. But I say all that to say is that while I was having fun and learning about the world in that field that I was in, I started running out of money. Anybody ever went to school and actually run out of student loans, or you actually had some issues with Sally and May?
Yep. All that.
Don't let me know it. Who was trying to figure out how to pay $15,000 to $30,000 a year for school, right? But that was me, and I actually ended up taking that Bill Gates route. Everybody in the Zoom know that Bill Gates is very wealthy, right? In that traditional way of thinking, he finished school in 1 year. So that says that that's not the only way to be quote unquote successful. I finished school in 3 years. I grew up in a single family home with my mom, my sisters, my grandma. Like, I grew up around a lot of women, so saw the goods and the bads of what amazing women and all the great things that you all do. But when I finished school in 3 years, I had the opportunity to move back home with my pops. See, one thing that I learned, if you guys know anything, take this down. I hope this is a blessing and some information for you guys. I learned there's only 4 ways to actually really make money. Jamon, you can see my screen?
Yep.
And along that traditional way of thinking, we're going to talk about a financial makeover, because most of us are taught how to go get a job. This means we know how to exchange our time for somebody else's dollars. See, that was my dad. He's a supervisor at the post office. Whole lot of money, no time to spend with his son or family. Nothing wrong with it, because dad made sure that we had everything that we needed. But how many people know people who got time with no money? See, that's the traditional way of thinking. But a lot of times a lot of people get into that grind or that hustle of leveling up and learning how to be self-employed. That means you got a product. That means you got a service. That means you got something you can actually offer, but we're still exchanging our own time for somebody else's dollar. How many people want to be on the right side, being a business owner, or want to be an investor?
Yes.
Right? So just the little things about my journey is that I understood that when I moved home with my dad said, boy, you got to go get a job. See, and I did that. I became a federal officer with the Department of Homeland Security. I don't like to say the name of the company, but their initials is TSA. And we was always patting people down and doing all kinds of stuff at the busiest airport in the whole entire world, Atlanta, Georgia. But I also had the opportunity to train with DOD, Department of Defense. I was working on becoming a FAM. That's a federal air marshal. They said I can keep my locks and conceal a weapon undercover and on a plane. Great job. I'm pretty sure that everybody probably could agree, right? It's probably dope, right? But the biggest thing is I understood with that job that not one job is secure. We learned that last year. They did a huge layoff, about 30 employees. When we actually figure out a job and say, look, what's next? We gotta go find a hustle, right? We gotta find a way to make some money. Y'all dead in here. I ain't about to be talking to myself now. What's up? It's Sunday.
Yes.
Y'all good? All right. I'm telling my little heart, I'm pouring my whole little heart out to y'all. I want to make sure that y'all get a makeover. My money kind of nice. Okay. But at the end of the day, I understood that when I got laid off, I was introduced to some gentleman who was very successful working from home. But the biggest thing is that I learned is that they didn't have money with no time or time with no money. They had both in balance. And the biggest thing is that I understood that there was a big, how do we want to say it? It was a worldly divide. Let me pull this up for you all. There was a big, great divide. How many understand that you either playing, you got to play the game, some people watching the game, and some people in the game, right? Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing is the big, great divide is that this is the wealthiest country in the world. But at the same time, this is the wealthiest country in the world. 34 million Americans live in poverty. The average household only yields $27,000 a year. This is the year of a COVID. Over 10 million people last year and to this day are still currently unemployed. But I don't know if anybody's seen Good Day America just recently. They just said we created over 300 to 500 new billionaires in the last few months. But still, we got 34 million people living in poverty. See, the biggest thing is about the great divide that we all here today to learn a little bit more about is that what most of us will learn, we learned the formal education, outdated information. You got college students graduating with a mortgage, but not a home right now. But on the other side of that, some people were learning different things. It's in the world, there's 48 million millionaires. It's 2,000 plus billionaires. But the biggest thing is they didn't learn traditional education. They learned financial education. But how many people agree that that's not what we're being taught in schools these days? Right? See, either you play by the rules of the wealthy or you're going to get played by the rules of the wealthy. I was always told that either you're on the tax payable side of money or you're on the tax receivable side of money. And I know most of us want to be on the receiving side, but it's no way for you to go from that ENS to the BNI that I showed you guys before if you don't understand these different tax codes. See, employees get a W-2 tax code. Business owners have a 1099 tax code. Let's look at the two differences between them because it's a huge difference. Most employees right now are looking for a stimulus check. Maybe they'll earn about $2,000 max. But if you're a business owner in a time like this, you're looking at those loans, those grants, screw the loans, the PPP loans. Anybody heard about those?
Yep.
You don't have to, that's good. You ain't got the money to pay that back. Keep it. You good. But that's over $100 billion in PPP loans right now. The other thing is, I know my generation, I don't really know too much about IRAs, but I know about if you work a job, on average, you can max out about $7,000 if you're unemployed. Cool. We can work another job and make another $7,000, can't we, Jamon? Right? But if you're a business owner, and this information kind of wrong, my brother Chuck Harden actually shared, he said that you can earn about, with the max with an IRA of being a business owner, you can max out about $54,000, $60,000 in that account. But the biggest great divide is you got to understand the code that you actually decide that you're going to pay to or you're going to receive money from. See, if you're a W-2 holder, nothing wrong with it. It pays a lot of the bills for a lot of different things. But if you're actually in the W-2 code, you pay the highest amount in taxes. That means you pay anywhere from 28 to 33% on all the money that you got coming in. It's cool. But if you don't want 30 cents going out for every dollar, you may want to start looking at what business owners doing. See, when you look at the immigrants that come in from out of town and all that come out of the country, they automatically go to looking at what are y'all taking out of for taxes, and then they get those tax cuts because they understand business ownership. Y'all can look at y'all community on Main Street. Chinese restaurant, Asian this, nail salon. Am I lying? But the whole family is a part of that, and they actually only paying 18 or 23% on the same money that you earn. Why? Is that they learn something different than everything else. See, but the thing is, majority of people are dealing with these, what we call roadblocks. I like to say these are the 4 things that are stealing all of our money every single day, week, and month. I've already told you guys about taxes. It's the biggest expense. I know some people think that is they spouse or their kids, but it's taxes. Taxes take the first 1/3 of all of your money. We just saw that. This is why there's a gross amount and a net amount in your job check, because most of us get grossed out by the taxes that Uncle Sam gets because he got to get his off top, because that's the code you chose to be a part of. See, but taxes, what I learned is it causes us more debt. And what my mentor always say, that this is bad programming, because if we don't have the money for school, what are we going to do?
Take out a loan.
We're going to go get a student loan. You ain't got the money for the car?
Get a loan.
Car loan. You ain't got the money for the house?
Get a loan.
Mortgage. The last slide just said most of us got mortgages but no houses. That's bad programming. It's the largest expense. If you ain't got the money for them brand new J's that got it, you put it on the credit card. Now you floating that money, right? Trying to catch up, trying to steal from Peter and Paul to pay yourself, right? But the third one is, this is the roadblock that all of us actually, we don't even look at it. But in this month, we all dealing with spring break. How many people know somebody went on spring break this week or last week or last month? How much money did that person probably spend? They spend something, right? That's out of the normal. But every single month, corporate companies, this is why I say either you're on the tax side or you're on the tax receivable side, because business owners understand that consumers will always spend money. This is why we had to stimulate the country, because they understood that if we give money to the people, it's going to go straight back to the businesses. Next month, we got Mother's Day. The month after that, shout out to all the fathers on the line. Juneteenth, back to school shopping. We spending 1/3 of our income, right? After that, we got Labor Day. We got Halloween, and the biggest holiday is really in November. That's Bernard's birthday. It's the turn up season. In all reality, my favorite one is Thanksgiving. But corporate America created Brown Thursday. So you're not even finishing dinner with your family. You already leaving the dinner table so you can catch Black Friday sales. Cyber Monday, Thankful Tuesday, What You Want Wednesday, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. 1/3 of our money's gone. See, in that traditional thinking, we all from different places, but I understand 1/3 of taxes, 1/3 of debt, and 1/3 of business. That's a whole check every month. So that puts us in a position where we live in check to check, or even check behind the check. How many people understand that we can't get ahead living like that? And we're not even talking about inflation. That's the silent income killer, because this means all the money, if you're earning $15 at your job and gas prices go up, did your job check go up at the same time that the prices went up and inflated?
Oh.
Nope.
So that means your $15 you was making per hour is really $14.50. And then the day after that is really going to be $14 because eggs and water went up. So these are roadblocks that it's nothing that I had to make up. But the thing is, if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to keep getting the same results. Ain't that called insanity?
True.
But what we did over the last month during quarantine, when everybody was tripping, we built a team of people called the Extradition Movement, because everybody ain't losing, right? We got a group of people now partnered with Making Wealth Real, networkers, college students, lawyers on our team. We got, what's the boy named Kier Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show? We got actors, comedians, doctors, single parents, all came together to start focusing on how to put more of their money back in their pockets so they can do more for their families and their lifestyle. Anybody with me? Last year, we collectively we got over 100 years of experience. We created the most district directors in the company, breaking records. I know a lot of y'all don't know what that means. We created the first 3 female regional directors with this information. We got the fastest $1 million residual ring club team, the first and only national director. Y'all know what it means to be the first and the only to do something? This gentleman actually has broken the majority of the record and has taught us a lot of the stuff that we're about to go over in just a minute with you all. We generated over $3.8 million over the last year and still growing. So I say this all to say is that we really, I know this slide say we follow industry trends, but y'all, we ride industry trends. We ride them. Because if you follow something, ain't you behind? Right? We don't want to be trying to catch up to see how Bill Gates made $1 billion. Like, we want to do it while in time. How those 300 million billionaires were just created over the last 2 months. See, what I understood is in the 1920s to the 1940s, we had the small business era. How many people got a main street in a city somewhere? Just me? But now you look like 10 streets over, it's another main street, right? This is where all the black or all businesses used to come together, right? And this is where your Walmarts would be. This was where your everybody go to shop at. But that really ended in the 40s. And then the industrial age, that's the assembly line era. That's anybody parents ever worked for Ford or GM and motor companies? That was that, right? That's when the pension plans came out. Jamal, we got some grandparents and people still teaching people about pension plans.
Real.
That's the plan of the old, right? We can't get tomorrow's money with yesterday's strategies, right? But the 1940s and the 1960s, that was the 9-to-5 mentality. Go to work, get some good grades, go to college and get a job. And then the corporate era was born in the 1960s and 1980s. I know this ain't nothing new to y'all, right? But during this time, this is when people was like, go get a good job, go to college. The 401k was born, right? How many people saw the 401k crash last year because it's directly connected to the stock market? Y'all saw that last year?
Happened to me.
My mentor lost $80,000 in 2 days in one account in a 401k. But this was still old thinking. In the 1980s to the 2000s, this is my generation, what kind of era I was born, but this was the technology era. I remember when Yahoo, AOL, you had to load them discs, right? The self-checkout lines are crazy right now, but like I told y'all, I was about to be a fan, but they said, look, we got equipment that'll do that. Anybody ever see the garbage trucks? It's usually a driver, and then they got 2 people on the back, right? But now they're eliminating jobs because of computer technology. They got that little crane, he can move the crane and it picks up your trash can, dumps it in there. Now that's 2 jobs that our families don't have no more. Now we talking about the 2000s to the 2020 era, the .com era. Anybody ever used to get a taxi? Yeah. Right? I know up north they used to say you have to holler. I never learned how to whistle, but I think people who used to get the taxis taught people how to whistle like that, right? But now it's Ubers. People used to want hotels, but now it's Airbnbs. People ain't going out of town to get hotels no more. They're getting Airbnbs. But that really ended last year. Because how many of y'all want to really go sit in the back of somebody's car and they all over you? How many people are trying to risk that? They're not doing that no more. A lot of people don't even want to go to their family's house because they say, oh man, you had COVID. They don't even want to risk it for their kids, right? So right here was the wake up call in the 2020 to where we're going now in the future is the home-based business era. And I want y'all to write that down, the home-based business era. It gave everybody a wake up call last year, didn't it? Mm-hmm. So the biggest thing is we talked about the roadblocks, but I want to let you know that you already have the solutions you already need. The crazy thing is you're just not using it right yet. How many people on this Zoom actually have a social security number? Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the thing is you're already a corporation. It's just you're not getting paid how they do. See, they said when you add a home or apartment to your social security number, you actually become a 1099 owner that overcomes those 4 roadblocks that we just talked about. See, look at the benefits. The benefits of taking your social security and add it to a home-based business versus giving your social security to a job and then they give you whatever breaks that they want to, you get an instant pay raise from your job. Instant pay raises, we help people get on average anywhere from $300 to $600 every single month back into their pockets. Your expenses become deductions. You now can hire your child versus the things of the past was give your child an allowance. Now it's give your child a payroll. Because Javon, if my daughter wants, like, God forbid, she wants a PlayStation or Xbox, right? Instead of me buying it, I can give it to her, let her buy it herself. Now both of us got tax breaks. That makes sense, right?
Mhm.
You can leave a legacy. But on the other side here, we got unlimited amount of income. How many people on the line just need a little bit more extra income? See, last year, the IRS said that 88% of Americans filling out their W-2 paperwork wrong. This is why most Americans don't have an extra $1,000 in their bank account every single month. But the crazy thing about this is they also said that most of the bankruptcies that happened last year, if people had an extra $300 every single month, that would eliminate most bankruptcies. But here, working from home, when you actually putting the tax codes in the right place, you can get paid daily, weekly, monthly, now quarterly as well. The beautiful thing about what we're doing here is you got the time freedom to take this business anywhere and everywhere that you go. Javon, you do business not just at home, right? You do it where?
Everywhere I go.
Like Visa, everywhere you want to be, right? Right. But the beautiful thing is you get to choose an opportunity over security. You get to play by the rules of the wealthy. And I want you guys to see. So this is what we do. Some people have been probably asking, what is it that you all do? This is what we do. We help people save, make, and grow their own money. This is what we're talking about, having a financial makeover. Anybody on the line want to do any of these three things that you see? Save, make, or grow money?
All three.
All three.
All three? Ms. Atkins, which one of these three that you want to do in your life?
All three.
She said all three. Okay, cool. Last year, we helped save over $500 million in taxes. Last year. We shaved off about 30,000 years in interest payments. See, when your credit score goes up, the amount of interest payments you goes down. But when it comes to debt or something like that, it's not how much your student loan or your car loan is. It's not about the amount. It's what financial plan do you have in place to actually be able to pay that off faster than slower. See, the second part is what we're going to show you is how to actually make some more money. Last year, we created over $10+ million residual Ring Club earners. And lastly, we actually created over $500 million in investments from MWR, which stands for Make Wealth Real Financial. All right. So out of the saving, making, and growing your money, here's the first piece. If you're taking notes, this is the part where you open up and you start paying attention to, why did my friends share this with me so I can get a makeover? I can increase my cash flow or whatever they share with you, right? We got a Financial Edge membership. The Financial Edge membership, put this in your notes, it's only $79. What? Only $79. That means you got experts working on your behalf to lower your taxes, helping you improve your credit, helping you eliminate debt faster than slower, and position you now at the same time to be able to grow your money in real estate and so many different other places. See, our tax reduction strategy, one of the first things that they're going to share with you is how to actually adjust your W-4. Because like I said, 88%, 4 out of 5 people are overpaying in taxes because they don't know how to fill out the W-4 paperwork. Credit restorations. On average, we help our partners increase their credit score anywhere from 50 to 150 points in days and weeks, some months. Debt, we're going to give you guys 2 main platforms when it comes to debt elimination. Figuring out first, when is your debt-free day? Anybody on the line want to know when they were going to be out of debt? And the second thing is they're going to show you when is your estimated $1 million day. Because those 2 dates I think are really important when it comes to money, right? How fast can I not owe anybody money? And how fast can I really have that time and money to go have this conversation on the beach right now, right? And then the other part that I like is bill reduction. Anybody online got bills? Everybody, right? So we show you guys how to lower your bills, no matter which one it is. I'm going to take a quick second. I'm going to pause for the calls before we go into how we make money. But any of the partners who can share with us, with our friends and guests here on the line, what was our experts able to do for you with any of these strategies? y'all got the line. It's on y'all.
And I got one for all three because I use the whole membership. So I'll go ahead and start with Money Max. What Money Max has done for me, I just did what the experts told me to do, and that was get my last 2 pay stubs from my job and my last tax return from the last time I filed my taxes.
Mhm.
And in return, I sent that information to them, and in return, they sent me a corrected W-4 form filled out correctly. I turned that into my job, to my HR department at my job, and that had to allow me to put an extra $500 back into my paycheck from my job without even having to ask my boss for a raise or working any more hours. So that's $6,000 that I put back into my pocket, cash flow for the year.
Nice.
Now we can go ahead into the credit max. Within a 6-month span, the experts has helped me increase my credit score 278 points. And as of November, it went up 1 point, and then 2 weeks ago, it went up another point. So that's 280 points that my credit score has increased using Credit Max. Now let's take it over to Equity Max. Now, before I put my information in the system, my creditors had me in debt for an extra 27 years. So I put all my information into the portal and let the experts come up with a game plan for me. And they told me, hey, if you follow this game plan, you will be debt free in February of 2022. So they shaded 27 years off of me being in debt. And then also they gave me a millionaire date saying, okay, if you follow this game plan and invest this money, you will be a millionaire in February of 2040. But the way that I'm going, I know I'll be a millionaire.
I know that's right.
Right. And let me ask you this, because you said an extra $500 from your job. Do you mind sharing with the people what kind of work do you do?
I work in the medical field, distributing medicine to hospitals for patients.
Bro, you can't. You say you're a drug dealer?
Nah, I didn't say that.
No. So that's dope. The salute. That's a dope skill to actually have. But an extra $500 coming every single month. Does that require you to do any more extra hours at your job to get that money?
Not at all. Sometimes I be willing to leave early because I know I got an extra 500.
A little cushion, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that, and I'm always networking. I'm always talking to a lot of people, Javon. Do you actually, because people feel like they always got to go talk to somebody or go sell something. Do you have to recruit anybody or sell anything to actually get that extra $500 every month?
I ain't have to recruit now. One sold and I sell, one lotion and potion, and it be coming consistently every month.
Nice. And 280 points on your credit, that's really phenomenal, man. Salute to you. I know you're doing a lot of things for you and your family, brother. Stick around and make get some Q&A going on, all right?
Gotcha.
Appreciate that. Anybody else? And my sister, Deanna, what's up?
Okay, so I, of course, was hard-headed, and I was trying to figure it out on my own, but then I got frustrated.
Hold on. Tell us, I want to make sure you can't overpass that. You said you was hard-headed when you first got started.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, just
because of course I had to figure it all out, and so I got tired of trying to figure it out because I've been working on my own credit since December, and I could never get my TransUnion up. It stayed at 580, 585 was the highest it went. So I finally sent all my stuff to them and let them do it, and now my TransUnion is at 611, and then I checked it today and it said it went up another point. And all of my Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax are all at 600, which I ain't never seen before. So I'm excited.
That's good.
And then I finally did the Equity Max, one where you turn in your 2 check stubs and your W-4 or W-2, because I, of course, was hard-headed again. And the moment these nice people took $600 out of my check for taxes, I said, no, I'm not going to sit there and wait no longer. So therefore, I'm waiting for all that to get done now. But yeah, I sent it all in because ain't no another $600 coming out, and I'm working over here like a Hebrew slave.
Nice. And you're fairly new. You're probably like a month in the business, and I ain't gonna tell about what kind of residual check you already built. But we're gonna kind of hit on that in a second. But definitely salute to Miss Deanna out there in Oklahoma. I have never met this lady, but she's actually doing a phenomenal job. And I think you're at work right now, aren't you? Yeah. So definitely, I want to appreciate you tapping in and letting us, both of you out. Javon, I appreciate that. If anybody else has any testimonies, write them in the chat box, because now I want to actually talk about the other part, which is actually making more money. Last year, ladies and gentlemen, we actually helped create over 10 millionaire earners, residual income earners in our team. But here is the way we actually make money. You have to become a home-based business owner. And is that my line vibrating like that?
Yeah.
Let me make sure. I have to mute all lines. Don't beat me up if your line is muted. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We good? Okay. What's up, Tamika? Where your face at? You know what?
I look a hot mess.
All is well, all is well. Thank you for tapping in. So how we actually help people make money is by helping them start a home-based business. All right, and we got some good timing. All right, and how you start a home-based business is 228 one time. All right, 228 one time, only 119 per month. Somebody say only 119. Right? The thing is about only 119. I've heard in Atlanta that's not even a good date, because I'm looking to be, court some lady one day, and you got to be able to make sure that that payroll hits right when you're actually talking that talk with people. But how many people had a $228 mistake probably in their closet right now?
Hello.
Right? How many people have invested, or I like to say spend, because they say successful people invest first and spend what's left. Everybody else spends first and then tries to gather up something to invest. But how many people understand that $228 is not a lot of money to be able to start a business?
That's true.
Right? Some people make $228 every hour. Some people make $228 every day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not a lot of money to start a business that gives you all of these different benefits. The biggest thing is that we talked about, now you a home-based business owner, you're not just in that W-2 world, you're also now in that 1099 world, where you get 475 tax deductions. That's unreal. Being able to write off your cell phone bill, internet, gas and mileage, meals and travel, because as a regular consumer, you only get about 9 tax breaks. But as a home-based business owner, you get 475. Now, y'all tell me which one makes more sense? My 9 tax deductions or your 475 for being a home-based business owner?
475.
475 every time. It just makes more sense to put more of your own money back in your pockets. And then you also get to hire your children. Instead of allowances, you can put them on payroll. And look, when you're taking pictures of whatever you're doing, that's marketing, right? There's so many different things that you can do. If we have a home meeting, they can actually pass out the name sheet, or pass out water. You can hire your kids when you start a home-based business. And the last thing that I'm really excited about is that we get paid 10 different ways for doing the same exact thing. And a lot of y'all like, what is the business? What do y'all do? Look at the person who invited you to this Zoom, right? What are they doing?
On the Zoom with us.
On the Zoom with us. Learning some information, laughing at some corny jokes, smelling at this beautiful chocolate, baby. How you doing, gorgeous? How you doing? Right? And we're building a business all across the country. You guys heard people checking in from all over the world. Hey, look, hey, Miss Phillips. That's my best friend right there. Hey, that's my partner there. Right? But building a business all across the way. So if anybody said they want to make money, this is how we make money. 10 different streams of income is earned right here. Number one, that financial edge membership. It's safe to say, if we swore you to secrecy, you would still tell somebody about how to lower their taxes, improve their credit, and probably eliminate debts. Yes?
Yes.
So isn't it okay if they go to your website, you get paid when that happens?
Yes.
See, the company is going to pay you $40 every time you help somebody do those 4 things. But not only that, they're going to actually pay you a residual income of $10 every single month. When a person wants to start a home-based business, get them $475 versus those 9 tax breaks, they go through your website, the company's going to pay you $50. 3 people, that's $150. Isn't that more than what it costs to run this business? That's beautiful. But I've always been told that success loves speed. And they got a momentum bonus. They say you introduce this business to 3 people in less than 30 days. If you're a rock star like Javon or Deanna, you can do that in like an hour, right?
Yeah.
And introduce this business to about 3 people. They will match you that 150. And catch what I said. You already made 150 by putting 3 in, but they're gonna match you $150.
So that's
When it
$300.
duplicates in 60 days, that's an extra $450. And that duplicates, and again, in 90 days, that's an extra $900 they'll pay you for that one bonus alone. That's a 300, 400% return on your $228 investment. And you can do that in 30, 60 days. That's an extra $1,500. How many people can utilize an extra $1,500 before summertime hits? Right? Hot girl summer, hot boy summer, right? It's a hot boy summer, right? The next thing is, on top of that sponsorship bonus, there's more money. And keep in mind, it's doing the same exact work. How many people ever worked a job and your boss, I don't like to call people boss, but your manager or somebody, they ask you to do more work, but they forgot the extra pay that goes with the extra work?
Yep.
It happens every week, every day, right? It's like, hey, look, go do this. What a check that comes with it. You can buy me lunch or something, right? But our leadership bonus pays out anywhere from $10 to $75 on top of the sponsorship bonus of $50. That's really phenomenal, because that means anytime you share this information with anybody, instead of $50, you can earn anywhere from $60 to $125 per conversation. I know some lawyers that don't earn $100 an hour. You follow what I'm saying? And then you got matching bonuses. Also, these are other 5 ways that we get paid. Luxury vehicle bonus pays out $500 to $3,000 a month. You don't have to go buy a brand new car, a pink Cadillac with a bow on it, none of that. You can take that $500 and put it towards your car note. Why? Because that bonus comes every month on the 10th. Today's the 11th. I am very excited about today. Can y'all tell I'm excited? No, y'all missed it. I'd be super excited, because this comes every single month. We also got a presidential bonus that pays out anywhere from $500 a month to $100,000 per month. A presidential bonus match that pays 50% of whatever is earned. A customer residual that pays out 25 cents to $8 on every customer in your business. How many customers do you guys want? Somebody say a lot.
A whole heap of.
A whole heap of them. If y'all not from the South, that means a whole lot of folks in the same place. Nodding their head like, yeah. But the last one we get paid is the daily guarantee. And this is one that actually got me really excited, because this is daily and it's guaranteed. We get a text message every single day around what time, y'all?
Well, mine is 4:01, but it'll be 5:01, y'all.
Oklahoma. So you get paid at
501 for me.
It's 5:01?
Yeah, 501 for me.
Every single day, like clockwork. But the biggest thing is that you can earn anywhere from $150 residually every month to $30,000 a month. I don't know where you guys' lifestyle is, but isn't it safe to say we can find our way anywhere between $5 and $1,000 every day?
Yep.
And then lastly, the last thing is that we actually help you grow your money. How many people on the line want to grow their money? There's 3 different ways. And this weekend, we got one of the biggest events in home-based business industry ever, because not one company has ever done what we're about to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, is real estate. We're putting ourselves in a position to be able to buy, flip, sell, and even invest into real estate without going to get the license. Having the experts do all of the paperwork for us and us cash out 20, 30, 40% on all the deals that happens. Is anybody okay with earning money that way?
Yes.
The 2 other platforms that we've been making a whole lot of money with is a private reserve account. We're showing people how to become their own bank. This is a PRA. What this means is, unlike with the stock market, when the stock market goes up like this, your bank account goes up right with it. But when the stock market, them pips, I know some of y'all know about that, and it takes that dive, there's the no loss prevention on your money. That means your money stays at the same exact place. So when we mean become your own bank, I don't know if you guys know that traditional businesses or banks, they participate in something we like to call arbitrage. This means they take your check that's in there and they flip it in Europe. They flip it in Canada, and they make money off your money, and they pay you 0.002% on your own money.
Yep.
See, but now you have the opportunity to do exactly what the banks have been doing to you and your family for years. So when your little cousin need to go to school, you can give them that student loan. You can now give your friends and family that car loan, and you collect the interest payments that we've been paying the banks for way too long. We also have something called land banking, where you purchase land in the path of growth. Right now, we're working on a deal in Antelope Valley, California. I really want to do too much research because they changed the name to Green Energy Valley now, because people like Warren Buffett just put $2.5 billion into a transit system there out in Cali. Two things I know about LA area that's really bad is their gangs and they traffic.
Yeah, that too.
Right? And the crazy thing is that they're now LA, that has forced LA to build a new expressway. I used to drive trucks across the country for 3 years, and traffic was very bad there, but now LA is now expanding because so many people are going to this area. Kaiser Permanente just put their headquarters there. NASA just put a stealth bombing program in this area. So we now, as representatives of MWR Financial, have the opportunity to be able to buy land wholesale and then sell it retail 2 to 3 years later, and on that money once it's grown. Anybody okay with that?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap up like this, ladies and gentlemen. We shared a lot of information. I hope you guys got some from this. But we got a lot of training with the extradition movement. And I'm encourage you guys, if you like anything, I want to make sure that you get your questions answered today by the person who actually invited you to hear this. But we're gonna have a quick little brief overview in a few minutes, going over all of this information. We got weekly trainings, we got online training, we got a whole library full of information on cash flow management, on business income, on taxes, on credit, on investing, and like so many different trainings that you have unlimited access to. And not only that, you got unlimited access to experts who can give you information that you've probably been looking for or studying, trying to figure out how to overcome your money. But whatever you do, don't procrastinate, don't develop no stress or any of those kind of crazy things that may come up in your head about what you just saw. If you understand that you want your taxes down, which increases your cash flow, you want your credit score up, that lowers your interest payments. If you understand that you want to get out of debt faster than slower, that expands your cash flow, or you want to simply invest with the big boys in land, real estate, or even start your own bank, make a decision. Because at this point in the conversation, that's all that's left up to you. The person who invited you, they did their part. That was the hardest part, was getting you here to hear some information about your money and how you can improve it. I did my job. I shared the information, but now it's up to you to make a decision on what's best for you and your family. So you got two options. You can choose the membership only, $79. That means you're ready to start saving some more of your money. You're tired of giving it to the banks. You're tired of giving it to corporate. You're tired of giving it to taxes, right? You want your money back in your pocket. You want access to our financial experts, unlimited access to them to be able to do all of these things, but you don't want the compensation. You don't want to share the information with other people, and that's perfectly fine. Because sometimes we got to rescue. Somebody online type in the comment section, rescue. We got to rescue our own money first before we can try to be a blessing to somebody else. I get it. Let the person know that you're number two. They'll send you over their website so you can go ahead and start shifting your income today back into your household. But a lot of you all are like us. We're number ones. We want to be home-based business owners. We're going to take advantage of the MWR opportunity for $228 only one time and $119 per month. That means you want to save, make, as well as grow your money, get access to our team of financial experts, and start increasing your income by 10 different ways and participate in our corporate profit sharing. Okay? So with that being said, look at these two different things, but make a decision. So many people I actually had this conversation with don't understand that they made this decision, because failure to make a decision or communicate what you want is a decision. So many people actually I've shared this information with don't understand that they already made a decision and they said they're going to get back to me, right? At the end of the day, if this If not this, then what? What do you guys know that's going to be able to help you help somebody else make more money at their job and you don't even work there? If not now, in a time where unemployment is at an all-time high, what else can we actually do? Put our money back into our pockets and have it growing at rates that we just saw. And if not you, it's probably that beautiful person in your mirror, because at the end of the day, if it's not you, then who? It's probably the person in your mirror who probably needs to get off their assets, change their mindset so them and be set. But no matter what it is, make a decision if you want the membership for $79 or you want to start your own home-based business, get them 475 plus tax breaks, and get back with the person who invited you to this information. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Bernard Ponder. I am a senior director with our company, Make Wealth Real in the Extra Digit Movement. I hope you guys got some great information from this, and I'll see you guys on the next income shifting financial makeover conversation. All right.
All right. Thank you.